What's up, peeps? Master Yoshi coming at you with another video. Um, and this is actually going to be the third time I record this video. So, a little bit annoyed right now, but I think I got it fixed. Should save right this time. I should be able to upload, all that fun stuff. Alright. Had some settings issues that I couldn't figure out which one was wrong, but I think I got it. Today, in Potential or Food, we are going to talk about the elementals. Alright. The elementals. Fun units, very effective in the early game. Late game they need some help, but they can still be used. They all have the exact same first skill. Attacks with claws. Inflicts continuous damage for 2 turns if you get a crit. They're all attack units, they all have the same first skill, they all need high crit rate. Alright. So, that'll be the only time we go over that move. Bremus, the fire one. His second skill is Elemental Explosion. Elemental Explosion does more damage according to the enemy's max HP. It's that simple. All monsters that do damage according to the enemy's max HP are very useful in Karos dungeons with the right runes. Third skill, your crit damage is increased by 50% right off the bat. No runes, no nothing. You get a bonus 50% crit damage buff. So, Bremus, of all of these guys, has the potential to do the most damage of all of them just because of that passive. So, fun unit to use in Karos. Other than that, he really doesn't do much. You know, you gotta have the perfect PvP situation to make this guy work in PvP, but in Karos, he's fun, does a lot of damage, cool unit to have. Alright, moving on. Another fun Karos dungeon monster, the Haranos. Same second skill, max HP damage, always good to have. Creates a shield that absorbs damage equivalent to 100% of your HP for 3 turns. This is why he's effective in Karos, because the elementals are very squishy, even if you put them on tanky builds like I would recommend for this guy. He's still going to be very squishy because he's a natural 2-star. So having that, you know, doubled HP for 3 turns is pretty nice. You know, he can be used in early and late game Karos dungeon. You know, the only problem is, you know, he shines at the boss. Before you get to the boss, he really doesn't do much. He's single target on all of his skills. But once you get to the boss, this guy will definitely, you know, carry you through that portion. So, if you're gonna run to Haranos, bring somebody who can clear the ads to get to the boss, and then, you know, you got him when you get there. Taharis, or Baby Orochi. It's pretty much what he is. Dots on the first skill, just like the rest of them. Second skill, Solid Blades, increases your attack power and your crit rate for 3 turns. And when you max skill this guy, it's on a 2-turn cooldown. And it's pretty annoying because he prioritizes this move. So even if he still has another turn of attack power and crit rate buff, he uses it again to refresh it. I wish he would wait until, you know, he used all 3 of them to refresh it, or they just put it on 3-turn cooldown. That way we don't have to worry about it. But yeah, he'll always do this move, it seems like, and he has another turn of attack power crit rate, so that's kind of annoying. But other than that, lots and lots of dots. Inflicts deep wounds, leaving 2 sets of con damage for 3 turns. Pretty nice dot unit. Dots on the first skill, dots on the third skill, crit rate on the second skill. Pretty fun unit. You know, once again, Nat 2, kind of squishy. I recommend a tankier build for this guy. You know, I have mine built Swift, HP, crit rate, defense, and you know, he's been doing pretty good for me on the challenge account. Priz, I've messed around on a couple of different counts with. Pretty fun unit to use. You know, makes you going through scenario really easy. This is kind of like the we'll call it the baby Darien. Even though they're both 3 stars. You know, I don't think he's as useful as Darien, but still has his use. So second skill is the same as the fire and the water one, max HP damage, nice to have in Kairos. And then here's his baby Darien's ability, decreases inflicted damage on your allies from water, fire, and wind by 20%. The reason I call him baby Darien is he's not that useful in PvP, just because he does single target damage 1, and 2 it's max HP damage, and max HP damage just doesn't seem to do very much in PvP situations, as far as I've seen so far. You know, if you can just bring a nuker and nuke, they do way better than max HP damage. So not that useful in PvP, unlike Darien, who's very useful in PvP, but still a fun unit to have in Kairos scenarios. You know, even TOA on some of the levels can help your team get a little bit more sustained, a little bit tankier. And then we got Camille's. Oh, I forgot to mention he's a Nat 3 too, instead of a Nat 2, so it's got a little bit more base stats. And the other Nat 3 is Camille's. Camille's is a really fun unit to have for PvP. I really wouldn't use this guy in, you know, Kairos dungeon, just because he doesn't bring that much to the table for it. But in PvP, he can be really fun and also really easy to counter, so you gotta be careful. Second skill, Solid Blades, just like the Wind one, attack power crit rate. And third skill, Power of Darkness. For 3 turns, you reflect 30% of the incoming damage, and you can't die. So, it's like a 3-turn Water Ifrit. Damn it, what is his name? I've done record this video 3 times, I've said it every time, and now I can't remember. But yeah, it's a 3-turn Endure and 3-turn Reflect damage. It's pretty nice to have. You know, just run him as much damage as you can. Really fun against AoE attacking teams, because now you have the situation where you're reflecting damage to everything that hits AoE. Pretty nice to have. Does a decent amount of damage, even though he only has 1 single target damage skill. Really the fun comes in his passive. You know, I don't, you know, but as long as you avoid strippers like Bella and Praha and stuff like that, he's a really fun unit to use. So hope this video helped you guys out in choosing your elementals, ruining your elementals, putting your elementals in a place where they can succeed. They all can be fairly useful. You just have to make sure you put them in the right place with the right runes. You know, if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you got some, you know, if you got something you want to share with the group about your elementals, you can leave them in the comment section. And be sure to follow us on twitch.tv/MasterYoshi. We do some streaming over there. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, peeps.